Hey Pisces, welcome to your November reading. Oh, nurture. Before we get into that, this is for your love. This is a love reading for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I appreciate if you're back again. I absolutely adore if you're new. Welcome. I hope I can be your type of reader. Please subscribe and like, guys, if this resonates. I so appreciate the energy exchange and all the support in helping my channel grow. It's such an exciting ride, and I love having a little reader community to share with. Anyway, let's get into your reading, Pisces. First of all, as I'm trying to talk, Spirit's sending me in Somewhere Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz. Let's figure out why. Well, the first card that came out is the Nurture card. And I feel like this is you, Pisces. You're the nurturer. She seems to be protecting these flowers with like the part of her dress. Anyway, that part is not important. I feel like you're protecting a connection, Pisces, with someone that the people around you may not have the same perception of this relationship as you, but you can see something in the person that other people can't. I'm also getting the sense that they're not around you at the moment, or it's kind of been on and off again, which is why you've had to sort of defend the situation. And no one is seeing this person for what you're seeing. And it might be that they're stingy. I don't know why they've given me that word. Stingy with their emotions and the showing of their emotions in public or around your loved ones and people who care about you, but in private they're very open. So no one's really seeing that side of your person that you are. I'm getting the sense that if you are separated, your friends are like, get over it. And it's just something that you can't move past because you have, and you know, and you feel this connection with that person. Whether you'll allow them back in or it's going to move forward, that's up to you. But I know, and what I'm getting the sense of is that deep down you know that this is your person and that you see a side of them that no one else does. Joy and stability. Okay, so what I'm also hearing is that when you are with this person or were with this person, you changed a lot. And it doesn't have to be bad changes, but the people around you aren't used to this type of person you are with your person. I'm saying person a lot. And that's what they brought when you were with them. I'm also hearing, and I'm guessing this is why they're saying stingy as well, this person is a bit of a tight ass financially, but it's because they're careful with their money. And in the past, you may have seen this as a flaw, but you're starting to realize it was a place you needed to grow in, and they may have taught you how to manage your money better. But at the time, you may have gone and told the people around you that you were dating a bit of a tight ass, and it may have come back to bite you now. That's really random information, but I guess it's going to resonate for somebody. Okay, we have heal. So if this person is not with you at the moment, they are coming back, first of all. It's Mercury retrograde in a couple of days, and no doubt that will bring them coming in. I feel like they've done a lot of work in the time that they've been apart from you. They're coming back in wanting to heal the things that they know hurt you when they were with you. So this stinginess, and I don't want to use that word anymore because it just sounds mean, but this lack that they had, they may have been giving to you as well. And I feel like they've had past relationships or past situations where they may have been mocked for being so emotional or taken advantage of. So when you came up in their world, they were already very set in their ways of not showing and not sharing what they're feeling. So it doesn't mean they're not feeling it, they just weren't giving it out. And I think they assumed that because they felt so deeply for you that you knew already. And you're quite intuitive. So I think you did, but without that confirmation, without that physical manifestation of their feelings, it kind of left you feeling out in the cold. Third eye chakra. I think you've been sensing them coming back in. I think you've felt them energetically for a bit. They may have been popping up in your mind or coming up in dreams, or you may have seen things synchronistically around that says, oh, that's my person. That reminds me of my person. I think for a bit it might have been a bit frustrating because you may be in a space of trying to heal from them or move forward from them, and it just keeps coming up and you almost feel like the universe has been taunting you. I think it's just because you've been on their mind, so you're feeling that, and that comes back in with that third eye and being intuitive. So you're able to feel their energy when they're thinking about you. As I say that, my ear's ringing. So if earring is another way of it's sort of, it happens when you're opening up clairaudiently, but it can also be a way of saying, yep, this is a message. So if you're seeing something synchronistically, you're not going and saying that this is a message about your person and they are thinking about you or whatever else along those lines. Okay, so what do we have? First of all, we have the Lovers. So this is the Lovers in the dark as opposed to the Lovers in the light. So what I'm hearing is maybe you don't need to share this reunion just yet, because I feel like there is going to be people around who, first of all, you've got... Okay, so I'm feeling an ex as well who may be a little jealous of you moving forward and not always, you know, tries to manipulate the situations with you moving forward. You might have kids with this person, so they may cause a lot of trouble. But then I'm also seeing family around who aren't in love with love the way that we'd like them to, and they're going to steer you away from this situation, and your person might have this happen as well. So I'm hearing, for the time being, keep it quiet. We have 10 of Cups. Keep it quiet, and see this couple is secluded on a beach. Enjoy. You don't need to share this. It doesn't need to be on social media. It doesn't need to be any of those things to be as special as it needs to. At least not until you both know you've got that strong foundation and you sort of get to know each other again and reconnect. Then you can go out and tell people, because then it's sort of strong enough to be able to take people's criticism or negativity. Yeah, basically keep it to yourself. Now the 6 of Coins has come up, and if you see him looking down over the city, this gives me the strong feeling that this relationship, this connection is divinely guided. Like there is something bigger at play here. And I think you've always felt this, which is why you're still feeling this strong pull to this person. I think what's happened at this moment and why they're coming back and why you're going to hear from them, and I feel like you're going to hear from them electronically. I don't think they're going to pop up at your door. I think it's going to be a message, more just a hey, just sort of like peeking in and seeing if the coast is clear. Where was I going? Oh, that's right. Because they've realized what the connection is. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit, is they've realized how important this connection was. I feel like there may have been some hurt and stuff going on, but I feel like it was more getting, all right. And I must be talking about some sort of a twin flame dynamic or soul connection, because I'm getting the sense of running. I'm getting the sense of the connection was so strong that you were both almost looking for faults and looking for flaws, which could go back into that, you know, telling friends and family about these things that were bothering you, because it was almost like you were both self-sabotaging, because it just felt so overwhelming. The connection was just too strong for you both to be able to deal with at that time. I feel like this person may have dated someone in between. If anything, it just shone a light on how you were the pot of gold at the end of their rainbow. Oh, and as I say that, I realize there's a rainbow here on the Ten of Cups, of just how different you were, which they did know, but after a month, 2 months, and I feel like this wasn't a long relationship. It was very fast and very passionate, and almost over before it got a chance to begin. And like the space of time, so like 1 month felt like a year. The connection was so strong. But by the time it got to the few months that it lasted for, it was almost like you were taking the connection for granted, both of you, or maybe just them, or vice versa, or you, because it became norm to feel at that height. Whereas when you first met, you were like, wow, compared to like past relationships here and emotions and connections, we're up here. But that became the norm and the standard. And I feel like life got in the way, and it sort of, it got taken for granted is what I'm hearing. But then by comparison, and you may have gone out on dates with other people, or just been talking to people online, or sort of trying to online date, you just weren't meeting that same high, and it's kind of anticlimactic. You know, you meet someone, you think, well, they're a bit cute, and then you go out and you're kind of bored. You're bored. The passion is sort of not there, that instant soul connection, and everything feels a little lackluster without that. Okay, the King of Swords. Okay, so I'm also hearing that both of you were sort of a little protective as well. The gravity of the situation of falling for someone that strongly became so apparent that if they were taken away from you, that it would just be hell on earth. And I feel like the breakup kind of was hell on earth, not because of a lot of dramatics, but because it was so painful to step away from that person. Okay. It's kind of all showing up here, Pisces. All my soul connection cards are showing up. So the Four of Wands, that is my twin flame card, plain and simple. It's the 1111. It's the stability. It's the foundation. And that foundation's coming back up too. And like I said, this may need to sort of be quiet until that foundation is set. Now, this is also a card of marriage for me. So I think when they come back, that's not that they're going to walk in instantly and propose, but they're going to realize that this is long term, and they can't show up offering you crumbs, or show up sort of half-assed hoping that you'll accept them in the state that they were in last time. They're understanding right now that they can't offer wife material crumbs. It just doesn't work that way. I'm getting a dead leg. And that's what they almost feel stupid. I'm getting this sense of feeling really foolish for trying to offer you less than you deserve, because you're just not one of those people. And I feel like you're almost feeling silly, because for a while you accepted it because the connection was so strong that you thought they'll see the light, and it didn't happen. But that's what they've come to see, is the light. I'm also hearing that while their running days might be behind them right now, your running days are about to start. So, and that might be why this King of Swords has come up. He's in a suit of armor. Spirit's saying be super careful not to wall them out. And that's why communication's important. The more you can communicate, and the more you can get on the same level, and the more that you can understand each other without worrying about what's really going on behind the scenes, the more you can trust each other, and the more you'll feel safe in the connection. Yeah, we're going to go 2 more from here, and then we'll move on to the cards don't want to come out. I think they've said all they want to say. Oh, there we go. There's the 2. Oh, maybe 3. Okay, we have the 4 of Swords. So just relax into this. Enjoy them coming back. Reflect on where you've been, yes, but don't carry that pain into the relationship. It's been a burden. Walking around with this connection and not being able to do anything about it and feeling shut out from it has been such a burden for you. It's almost hindered every aspect of your life. And I'm not saying like you've laid in bed and done nothing, and for a bit you may have. But it's sort of the amount of times you're out and you see things that remind you of them or hear their name, or songs on the radio, it's like a constant energy hit, and it's almost become such a burden that you're exhausted. And that's because they're your emperor. Their energy is so strong and the connection's so strong that no matter where you go or what you do, you're always going to be pulled back to each other. Spirit's just wanting me to tell you that you're not the only one suffering through this. Your person has been going through this situation as well. They're getting just as many energetic hits, and they may not understand it in the same sense, but it's like a longing. They're understanding that they have a longing, and it just does not go away. I think they've actually done a lot to try and push through it, as have you. But it's just not going away, hence why they're going to end up in your inbox. And they're coming through into your inbox with a sense of, oh my gosh, I have to do something because I can't get you off my mind. This is driving me crazy. And I think maybe they think if they show up and have some contact with you, it may relieve this kind of intense pull, but it's only going to drive it further because it doesn't die, it just cycles. So give this relationship a chance. Trust in the connection is what I'm hearing. The more you trust in it, the less you're going to trigger each other. And the next card is trust. It says the situation is calling for you to have faith. It's calling for you both to have faith and a conversation, an open conversation about the connection. Because I feel like while it was felt by both of you, and you may have been at a stage where you were telling each other you loved you and each other, and very early on, it kind of wasn't spoken about where it was going to go, what was going to happen. And I think you were both in a heightened place of anxiety because there was no foundation. There was nothing to hold on to when it got scary. And we're going to go 1 more card. They're not coming out. I feel like you're holding your cards close to your chest, Pisces, and that's good. It's the not sharing, and I think maybe you realized, and your person realized, that by involving others or getting the opinion of others, it was having a hindrance on the relationship. And this time around, you're cautious, or when they do come back, you will be cautious. And that's, there we go. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. This goes for both you and your person. The fear has you both trying to manage the situation rather than just enjoying one another. And Spirit's saying, just enjoy it. Be open, be honest. And when you're feeling triggered, speak to each other. Communication is going to go a mile for this connection because it is a beautiful connection, and I can feel it, and I can also feel the depths of it. And I feel like you've both been in those depths together, but it's kind of unspoken about how intense the connection is. Once this comes out and you get to that place, it's going to be such a sigh of relief. Okay, if any of this resonated for you, Pisces, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in a week. Bye.